The following video is sponsored by Shokz. Now, when it comes to open air style earbuds, I've covered many, but this is a first for me. It's the open earbud style from Shokz here, the OpenFit Pro, which do have noise reduction. Now, I thought this was something that would probably be a bit of a gimmick and not really going to work right with the open air style because there's nothing in your ear canal. Well, thankfully, I am wrong. That does make quite a bit of a difference too. With this, you do hear they're super comfortable, so you can wear them all day because of the ultra soft silicon 2.0. They do have open bass 2.0, so very powerful bass, and the diaphragm on them, they're dual diaphragms, 11 millimeters by 20 millimeters, so that is large, delivering deep, powerful bass. Dolby Atmos support, physical button on there too that you can press and click in, which is great for controlling them without having any mistouches you get with the capacitive controls on other products, and a runtime that is equally impressive as all the other features, 50 hours total runtime with the included case. Now, the application, I'll be showing you that, give you some microphone samples, and my thoughts on the OpenFit Pro.
And what do we get included with the OpenFit Pro? As you can see, they come very nicely packaged up. There they are. And under this, there is this little card there. So it's just telling us where to get the app and what it's called, just simply Shokz. And on the back of this, it tells you how to adjust the noise reduction. So pressing and holding, and then just information on when you want to adjust the levels of that noise reduction that you need to use the app for that. We get a warranty card. There is a user guide and some other paperwork. And then this right here is some additional little supports and our Type-C card. So those are the little supports that you can clip on either side to them if you find you do need those. Most people don't. I don't need them. And then a Type-C to Type-C cable. Now let's check on the weight of them. So each of the OpenFit Pros, they weigh 12 grams. It's a good weight, but it is distributed quite evenly. When you're wearing them, you don't really notice that. Compared to in-ears, these are about double the weight, even maybe a little bit over that, but you don't actually notice that. And then the total travel weight with our case is 99 grams. It was looking like it was going to be 100, but 99 grams there. I have the black version. There's also white, and they will be selling for £219, available from the 6th of January. Now, it's a great looking case, very good build quality, does not seem to pick up smudges, fingerprints that easily, which I do like. Now, it feels like a bit of a rubberized finish, but it's not grippy. It's quite smooth to it, and it has this metal strip around the outside. So magnets hold it closed, status LED at the front, and when that lid is down, the OpenFit Pros, they don't rattle, so it's not going to be annoying. Now, the case will fit into a jeans pocket or a normal size pocket. However, that tiny little jeans pocket, which is only about this wide, no, it's not going to be able to fit in that. And at the back here, we do have a Type-C port. So the left and right, very easy to fit those in there. And there's magnets that hold them in place. You can see the two Poco port pin connectors. This little button right here for pairing. And yes, they do support the multi-point pairing with them as well. And yes, if you're wondering, they do support wireless charging the case. So I just put this on this now, and you can see status LED is on and it's charging. Now, looking at the design, it's very good. There's no sharp edges to these at all. We get up to 50 hours of total playtime, like I mentioned in the intro there with the charging case. Now, a 10-minute quick charge will give you 4 hours of playtime, which is very good. And we have this ultra soft silicon 2.0 from Shokz. And this means it's very nice and soft, as you'd imagine, just like the name suggests. So having these on, they're fine. I mean, I can wear these, literally could wear them all day. They are that comfortable. You don't really notice them. Now, we have a physical button, and I really do like this. It's not the capacitive buttons. A lot of the capacitive buttons, I find when you press them, they don't always work. But this, by touch, you can easily feel where it is. And it's got a nice click feel to it. And I know that it's always going to work too when I press it, which is great. Now, they are IP55 water resistant, so getting a few splashes on this is not going to be a problem at all. And we've got them with the sound. You see at the back here, we have a speaker that's a little bit different, the size of it, because this is an elongated, well, rectangular speaker that we do have. And this means the bass is very good for the size of it. Not really any sound leakage. And it has their open bass 2.0. There's some presets I'll show you with the application, but right in there you can see where that speaker is. Now, the size of it, this is 11 millimeters by 20. And then we do have the noise reduction, which is the first that I've come across with OpenFit style. So there's nothing in our ear canal. They're very healthy to wear these, and overall excellent build. Now, what about that bass? Open air style, it's always been one of those things that like, oh, you can't get that really good bass because of the open air style. You're not going to be able to hear real punchy lows come through. Well, I can confirm that it's not quite as good as in-ears, but for open air style, these are the best I have heard. They really do put out the bass thanks to the driver that I just talked about before. Now, the equivalent size of that as a round speaker is 16.7 millimeters. So it is a large speaker. It delivers the bass, rich sound from them, good mids. Highs are great there too. There is some detail. They're not over the top, harsh highs at all. And overall vocals are sounding good. I do like the way these are tuned. Now you've got plenty of presets there. In fact, 5 of them with the equalizer mode, or you can create your own custom ones. I'll show you with the app shortly there. And they have open bass 2.0. So that's where it does sound excellent. Really powerful, that bass. And there is reduced leakage. So you don't have the sound coming out of these just blaring out. So if you're sitting on a train or a bus or something with someone next to you, they're not going to be able to hear everything with your conversations because it is enhanced with the direct pitch 3.0. So the leakage is under control and keeps the audio directed into your ear and not around you or around your ear so others can hear it. Now, the noise reduction is something that I was really skeptical of in the beginning. I thought, well, open air style, surely noise reduction wouldn't really be a thing. It wouldn't work because of the design of them, right? Well, I can confirm that it does actually work. When you turn on and activate that noise reduction, so holding down the button or via the application, do you notice a difference? Now, I found that it's not as great as you get with over-ears or in-ears because they are physically in your ear canal, so they're certainly doing a passive job of blocking off some of those sounds coming in. However, there is a bit of a very slight white noise I do hear when it is on the noise reduction mode. But what it does is it blocks out things like fan noise really well. I noticed that when I had these on, then the noise reduction enabled, I couldn't really hear the noise of an air conditioning fan. Other minor noises like that, more high-pitched noises, it really does a good job to help reduce those, and it would even noticeably cut down your own voice when you start to talk. You can hear that, oh, okay, it sounds a little bit different, like that effect you get with the ANC with in-ears. So it's not a gimmick. It does actually do something, the noise reduction with these. So I'm really quite impressed with that they've able to do this and add that tech to the open air style. This is our application here. So it's just called Shokz. You get it with the App Store with iOS, Google Play Store, with Android devices. Now, you don't need to sign up or log in. You can skip that if you want to do so. And you see here straight away, you get your battery life. You get the case battery life too as well. Remember, 50 hours with the case, which is excellent. And then you've got the different options here. Straight at first glance, you can put it into the noise reduction mode. Now, it's already got the wear detection, so that's why I didn't want to do that, because I should be wearing them. Now, the wear detection, you can easily turn that off if you want to. So the smart wear detection, if I turn that off now, I can put it into the noise reduction mode. And you have the default or the enhanced and the reduced. And like I just talked about before in the other segment of the video, it does make a difference. You really do notice it. You've got Dolby Atmos right here and head tracking and basic sound effects if you wanted those. So you have the bass boost, the bass treble, private mode, customized, and you're able to go along and change that. You can see with the equalizer here. So if you're a bass lover, of course, you go and tweak those lows up a little bit. You're someone that's into rock, maybe you're going to tweak up the highs a bit. So you've got all of those options there, which is excellent. And we'll just cancel that to get out of that. And it does have other features with the application like firmware updates, of which I have already applied there. There's a user guide, and you can even register the product. And what I like is it's basically all right here on one screen. You don't need to go through screens and screens to get to those settings. You can customize the controls on there, what you want those to do as well. So it's a very good application here that Shokz do have. Now, you may have seen with the app that there is latency optimization, and this works well for if you're watching streaming content. Like right now, I have them in my ears, and I'm watching Cobra Kai here, this episode, and I can see already that it's basically almost in perfect time here with the actor's mouth. So there's no annoying delay. It works really good for this. and I can watch happily Cobra Kai like this, and it's not going to irritate me at all. Where you do notice the latency, and it's pretty much every single Bluetooth device, is when gaming. I've noticed then there will be a split-second delay, but for streaming like this, it's definitely more than usable here. It's very good, actually. So what do they like to wear when you're out and about, maybe going to go training, go for a short jog? Well, they're very, very comfortable. I could literally wear these all day and they're not going to annoy me because I've got nothing in my ear canal. I can hear background noises, which is great. And why do I have my sunglasses on? Because this question popped up in the other videos I've done for Shokz, and that is because they do not interfere. Yes, there is contact here, but because they have the nice silicone rubberized finish to them, there's no noise of them vibrating around. So you can wear glasses, you can wear sunglasses, and when you start to run, really comfortable. They're not bouncing about. They don't feel like they're ever going to come off. So it's not a problem. Great comfortable fit. And very quickly, here is a microphone sample now with them. Now they do have precision voice pickup microphones. So that's going to enhance the calls and making sure our voice is clear. And I can confirm that these are very clear microphones here. So if you do place a lot of calls when you're out and about, then it's not going to be an issue to handle them on our OpenFit Pro.
So they're really easy to get on. As soon as you open up the case and then put them on, you just need to slot them over your ears like so and give them a bit of a twist, and they are over your ear canals and you can get your music straight away. Now, when you enable the noise reduction, like I mentioned before in that little segment of this video, is you do notice it straight away. Even with my voice now talking, I can tell it is on. So it's very similar to what you get with, say, in-ear style, and it is definitely blocking out the background noise. You can't hear, as I said before, like fans, air conditioning units. It really cuts down on that. And a lot more higher frequency noises, I do find it seems to work the best there, which is pretty impressive. Now, great bass out of them from the Open Bass 2.0. It's powerful, it's very good. You get the mids, the vocals, the highs, all there. Now, as I said before, when we looked at the box, what was included, these are going to be selling for £219. Now, don't take just my word for what they sound like and how the noise reduction works, because you can test these in person at various different locations if you happen to live in the UK. So that is out at John Lewis. So there's a link in the description of this video. We can find out more information and where to get them. Thank you so much for watching this video on the Shokz OpenFit Pro.